Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be going through some things I've picked up recently from some amazing Gothic small businesses. So if you'd like to hear about some new ones and see kind of what I've got, then do keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe and I will get into the video. Just as a quick, not announcement, just some quick information. It is summer here, unfortunately. UK summers are horrendous. We don't have air conditioning in the houses and the temperatures reach like 28 to 30 degrees. Today is a 28-degree day, which is 83 in Fahrenheit, so it's quite horrible. So my window is open, so if you can hear any noises and if it does get much hotter I will have to put the fan on, so sorry for any noises that you might hear throughout my videos kind of from this point. So I've got lots of amazing things to show you. I've got 6 different companies to share with you. I did do a top 10 small businesses, but I included like 2 extras, so I will link that in the eye for you if you'd like to go and check that out. But I went through like my top 10, would 100% recommend those businesses. These are things that I have bought since then because I did want to support small businesses a bit more, so I'm just going to go through everything. So the first thing I got when it was actually not disgusting, gross, sweaty summer was some candles. Now, because as I've explained it is summer, I didn't get the chance to burn one of them. I burnt this one down like a tiny bit, but I don't think I'm going to get much use out of these until autumn now, which is a shame, but I wanted to include them anyway. So I got some things sent to me by a company called, I always forget the name, Rinky Dink Candles. I follow her on Instagram. She seems like such a bubbly, lovely person, and I love like the content she puts out on Instagram. But I got sent some autumn candles from her last year, and I got like the maple syrup one and the pumpkin spice one, and I was really impressed. They burned really easily. The smell was like nice and strong but not too much. I was just really impressed with the candles. So after I finished those 2, I went ahead and placed an order for these. The one that I opened and showed you is called MALLOW KRISP. It says a sweet and sugary blend of puffed rice coated in vanilla and gooey marshmallow inspired by a childhood treat. Doesn't that sound amazing? And it literally smells like marshmallow or even like toasted marshmallows. It's very sweet, so you would definitely have to love a sweet scent to have this one, but I absolutely love it. And when I burnt it, it just smelled like so sugary. It was amazing. I'll show you the cover because look how cute this is. I believe she does do all of her illustrations and then kind of puts them on these more like photo looking backgrounds, but it's just really cute. And then the second one I got that I didn't get the chance to burn was cinnamon rolls. Who doesn't love the smell of cinnamon rolls? They're exactly the same size. I think they're like the 7 or 8 pound candles, if that helps. They're like the second smallest size. And this says warm and sweet cinnamon rolls on a Sunday morning. What could be better? Exactly. It says this sweet, I can literally smell it from here, like it's over here, like it's this sweet but spicy candle is here to make you feel like you're straight out of a small charming bakery with a warm cinnamon roll in your hand. Saying that, it might make you a bit hungry, sorry. Yes. Again, it smells incredible. It definitely is like sweet and spicy. I'm definitely getting more of the spice now. I was getting more of like the sweet scent of it when I got it, but it just smells so incredibly good. So that was the first few things from Rinky Dink Candles. I also do have a code with her. It's spooky smell, so I'll put it on the screen. It's not an affiliate, so I don't get anything from it. It's just kind of to let you know that you've come from this video. So yeah, do save yourself some money. I did use that to get these and it will save you 10% off. Breaking it up a little bit now, this isn't actually something I bought, and it's something I have shown you before, but I finished it. So I did a whole video on this. I will link it in the eye for you again, and this was a collaboration between myself, which is my shop Simply Gothic, and a cross-stitching company called Monstrous Designs. And she basically took a design, so this is like my design that I drew, and she turned it into a cross-stitch pattern. I know a couple of you did grab that and you're really excited to make that, so do tag us on Instagram because I'm sure we would love to see. But I did do like a progress video and I put some progress photos on Instagram, but I finally finished it the other night. I framed it in the black hoop and it just looks really, really good. I'm proud of myself for finishing this because I'm not usually, like, I've never done a cross stitch in my life, so I was quite happy to actually have one finished. This is what the finished cross stitch looks like, and I loved adding the blood at the end. It was very fun. I'm not sure how many she has left or even if they're still available, because she did say they were in limited amounts, but she has so many different cross stitch patterns like bats, and she's bringing out a new collaboration for like a Christmas plague doctor, which is cool. So yeah, I will leave the link for her stuff in the description too. I meant to say that all of the shop products will be linked in the description box. If you tap the drop down, it should have all of the links that will take you straight to the products, as long as I can find them. Next up is something I bought in store. In my shopping centre we have a craft shop and it has a bunch of different small businesses. They're not like spooky or anything, but there is a couple in there that I really, really like. Most of them are like the bath bomb and wax melt companies I like, because the rest is more like baby clothes or like vintagey spoons and like a bunch of different things. But there's one in particular called Dead Gorgeous, and I actually got a ghost from her. It's a bit dusty, but I actually got this from her I think like 2 years ago now. But she makes these really cute, I think they're like clay or some type of material, maybe plaster, but they're so cute. I do really need to dust my room, but it's too hot. But yeah, so I usually check out what she has because she's the only Gothic shop from memory, but she does things like these dishes, like coffin dishes for rings. She does magnets, jewellery, ghosts, like a bunch of different things, but she also has wall hangings which are new, and I kept looking at them, and she did like ghost ones, but I never liked the background because it was usually like grey or spots or something. And then I saw this one and I just thought it was so like Gothic romance, but dark, but vampy, and I just really, really liked it. So it's kind of like a black ornate looking frame. It does have a ribbon so you can hang it on a wall. It was £15, which I don't think is too crazy. I think that's kind of what I would expect to pay for something like this, because the heart is actually like hand sculpted and like painted and everything, and the detail on it is like, there's a lot of detail on this, so I'm not surprised. And I just think overall I really liked the aesthetic of it. Also, the camera is throwing off the reds today. As you can probably tell, my makeup looks really like blood red. It's not as crazy as this, but it's also throwing off the heart a little bit. It's a bit more of a pinky red in person, but it's really pretty, so I'll show you it up close. I think it's just kind of oversaturating everything. I think that's what the problem is, but it's really, really detailed. You can see all of like the tubes and all of the heart detail. And I just really liked the whole kind of aesthetic of it, and I think it would fit in really well with my already too full wall I've got over here. So I had to give this a mention. So the shop is Dead Gorgeous. She did have an online shop, however I don't think it's up at the moment, so I'm not sure if you can buy through her Instagram or what, but I will try and leave a link to something in the description box, because her artwork is really, really pretty and really like Gothic. Really, really pleased with this one. I also bought something from Amazon. So I've actually had a birthday voucher since January, so I left it 6 months. I kind of only go to Amazon when I need to buy something like hair dye or something for my business, or just something like practical, not something that I really want. But I wanted to save my voucher until I found something or needed something that wasn't an essential. So I found this, and I absolutely love Santoro things. I just think it's so like Alice in Wonderland-y. I actually went to the shop in Bath, I believe, and it was adorable. Unfortunately, it has shut down, which is really sad because that shop was super cute. I still have the bag they gave me from that one. But I've actually been looking for a new coin purse because I've got like the band bat wallet kind of thing, and it's really useful. It's my most used purse, but if I'm just wanting a few cards, it's really bulky, and also a bit too bulky for my smaller summer bags because I don't really want to be carrying around a lot. So I thought just something small I could put like a couple of cards in. I also have like a card holder and it holds about 3 cards, so this will hold a lot more, but it's still very, very slim. And this is called the Curiosity design, I believe, and I got it on Amazon for £12, so not too crazy. And this is what the design looks like. So definitely Alicey. She's got like a keyhole on her dress. She's got this key with a striped headband. And then on the back it says Santoro, gorgeous, with keys. It's got like a key on the zip, which is cool. And then the tag almost looks like a playing card. It's just really cute. It's got a zip. Yeah, it's just kind of standard. It says some Santoro in there with some stripes. And then it does have this one, which you could put maybe a card in, but I'm not sure if I'd put anything in there in case it fell out. But I just thought it was just a cute coin purse. I haven't had anything from Santoro in a really long time and I just think it's really cute, so I also got this. I think the next one I bought was some items from MYSTICUM Luna. There have been a few that I was looking at for a little while, and you'll know if you've watched my spring favourites or even my winter favourites. I will link my spring one in the eye. I've been loving their chain necklace. It's the bracelet version of this one actually. I'm not wearing it today, but it's the necklace version of this bracelet and I can't stop wearing it. I did pick a coffin for today, but I really wanted a necklace that I could layer with it for a really like grungy look, and I found a version that is exactly the same. It's the same style chain, but it just doesn't have the spikes on it. And this one isn't a choker, it's a necklace, so it actually sits more like this, and then you can layer it with the spiked one and it looks really, really cool. I'll put a photo in of when I like just tried that out quickly. But yeah, it's very, very simple. It's made of stainless steel and the links kind of look like this. I believe this is like a paperclip chain, but then it's got some different joinings in between it. It's just simple. It's literally just a chain with a clasp and an extender chain. I believe this one started at 25, so they have put their prices up unfortunately, but as with everything, the prices are going up and the costs and materials of everything are going up, so I wasn't really too surprised when they put their prices up. But I did get 30% off from an email, I believe, so I did pick up this one because this was one I was after. And also I feel like this sits really nicely. It still does that scoop. It doesn't just sit like that where it points or something. It actually sits really, really nicely if you've got like a gap for a necklace. I'm getting really hot. I can just feel it. All of their items come in the MYSTICUM Luna bags. And another necklace I've looked at for such a long time, like I've looked at this one for probably like 3 years maybe, and I just never got around to getting it because it was never one that I desperately wanted, but it was one that I just kind of thought would be cute with like a black velvet dress or something. And it's their cobweb heart necklace, and this is the redone one because they had one before, but they've actually redone this design so it's a bit bigger, a bit more defined, and it also does have their MYSTICUM Luna stamp on the back of it, which I think is really cool. And then the front of the design is like this, so it's a heart with a black cobweb heart on it, which is really, really nice. So definitely more of a simple piece. I would say I'm not crazy about the chain. It's just a bit too thin for me and you can't adjust it to any length. Like you kind of have one option. It doesn't even have an extender chain in there. So I think I'm just going to either add an extender chain or I will just take this off and put it on another stainless steel chain, because I prefer my necklaces to either sit like right there or as I've got this one. So it's just a bit too long for where I'd like it to sit, but that's not a problem because I do own a jewellery shop, so I definitely have a chain somewhere. But I just think the pendant is really pretty. Again, I think this was £25 or something, or maybe even 30, but I did save 30% off in the end, which I felt like was a good deal. And I just really love MYSTICUM Luna. I've been a fan of them for a really long time. I am an affiliate with them. You can use the code simply_spooky. I will put it on the screen for you here. That will get you 10% off your order, and I do make a percentage of that sale because it is an affiliate link, so just to let you know about that. I've just been a fan of theirs for a really long time. They're an inspiration for me business wise, and I wear a lot of their rings. This one, and this one are MYSTICUM Lunar, and so is this bracelet. So I definitely love my MYSTICUM Lunar jewellery. And the last set of items are from an Etsy shop. So the company is called Astrovega Arts. I really hope I'm saying that right. Hopefully it's correct. But I basically had a friend give me a Phantom of the Opera candle for my birthday, I think 2 years ago, and it's such a gorgeous candle. The aesthetic of it, the smell is amazing. Like, I really like, I still have it because I can't burn it all the way because it's one of my favourite candles. But I had a look because there's not many places out there that do Phantom of the Opera themed things. I have a necklace, which I have, but apart from that, it's hard to find like nice quality Phantom of the Opera things that aren't just like a logo stuck on a t-shirt. So I had a look on Etsy and I went back to that brand and I found that they do stationery. So I ordered a notepad and a bookmark. So this one I absolutely loved. I've had it on my wish list for a while and I just thought I'm just going to do it because if you don't know already, I'm in such a Phantom of the Opera mood right now, so it made sense to get it now. So this notepad has like a red border and it says fondest greetings to you all ... and then it says your obedient servant OG, which stands for the opera ghost. So that's the design. I just thought it's really pretty. Like, it's really detailed and ornate with like the masquerade masks and the roses. Like, it's got all of the symbols of Phantom of the Opera, which I just really liked, without like a bunch of logos stuck on there. And these are almost like the Plague Doctor masquerade masks. And it is a A6 notepad and you can just like tear off the paper. I believe they get these made at the same place because it looks like the same shiny paper, so I know the quality of this is really nice. And they also do this in A5 as well, and I believe it was only £4.50, so it was a really good deal. And I also bought this bookmark. So this says, if I am the Phantom, it is because man's hatred has made me so. If I am to be saved, it is because your love redeems me. So it's a Phantom quote from The Phantom of the Opera by Gaston Leroux, and I just loved the details on this. Like, it's stunning. So it's got a chandelier at the top. You have to have a chandelier. It's got swords, it's got flowers, it's got roses, it's got the candelabras. It's just got all of the Phantom things. And then on the back, it's stunning. So it's got like a red rose, more candelabras, ornateness, which looks like the theatre, the violin, skulls, more masquerade masks. Like, it's just really pretty. I just love the design of this. Apparently at one time they had, I think, Dracula themed things, which I think is cool. They have Alice in Wonderland themed items, but they did a Phantom blanket which I would really like, so maybe they'll get that back in stock. Not that I need a blanket now. I definitely do not need a blanket. The closest thing I have to a blanket right now is a wet flannel just like on my lap to try and cool me down. So definitely don't need a blanket, but I would consider that if they brought that out again. But that was all of the items that I have picked up from small businesses. As I mentioned in that top 10 small business video, I think it's so important more than ever to support small businesses. It's definitely really nice to support the small businesses. Even if you can't afford to actually like make a purchase, you can always like their posts and share them on Instagram. Sharing is such a huge thing, like sharing them to your story or something like that, or even things like leaving a review of your previous purchases. Like, it really does help more than you might think. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what your favorite item was. Let me know if you've picked up anything from small businesses recently. Do let me know in the comments. Do subscribe and like this video, and hopefully I will see you in my next one. Bye.